G'day aspiring engineers. In this video I'm going to show you the process for making the working mould from the 3D printed masters that I made a few months ago. You can see that the speed build was done in Autodesk Fusion. It's like this. And then the finished mould masters are like this. And they were 3D printed by a local service provider. It's the way I like to do things. So click on the card in the corner up here and I'll put the link to that speed build in the video description down below. Now I'll give you a little bit of a commentary as we're going through, but what we're going to do is we're going to make a working mould from the master moulds, and then we're going to slip cast a ceramic item out of the mould, and we'll get it up to the stage where it can be put aside to dry, ready for firing. Stick around. And what I'm doing here is putting some mould release, and I'm cheating, I'm just using dishwashing detergent, but it seemed to work all right. What I'm not showing you though is wiping the suds off with a wet sponge. I'm only doing one side too, but it's enough to show you. Well, it's been a long time since I've mixed up any plaster, let alone poured or made a mould, but yeah, many years, and yet it's amazing how all this stuff all comes right back to you. Just even the sensation of the plaster in your fingers, and getting it exactly to the right consistency before you pour it, so that it's at the the maximum, so that it's just right. Well, this is a really quite an awkward little shape here, and so I'm using a brush to try and tease out all the air bubbles that might be down there in the corners of it. Yeah, very awkward shape. Now you'll see here that you can prise up the edge of the 3D print there, and it's released quite nicely. That mould release really did work well. Anyway, now it's time to actually destroy the 3D print, and I really did think twice about doing this again. That was a bit of a mistake. I don't think it's going to be too difficult to redesign this thing so that I can actually disassemble the plastic 3D print, and then because of the fact that the mould release is working so well, I should be able to get that releasing quite nicely with a bit of soap, and then I'll be able to make multiple moulds instead of spending the $100 on the 3D print and then throw the thing away after each cast. I mean, looking at the price of a slip cast item and then dividing that by 70 casts, well, the $100 on the 3D print does fade a bit into insignificance there, but can't bear to waste such a beautiful 3D print. Here's the damage. You know, I did plan that it would be like this, it'd be a sacrificial part, but I can't get over it. Now this is where it gets interesting. This is making a clay piece in the mold. It's now there's a lot to it. I've really sped this up, and there's a few. Well, actually, this spout is a really good idea. This is something that 3D printing allows. Really simplifies the mold quite a bit. Now all of this. Mixing clay and stuff and pouring it in and tipping it out, there's quite a bit of you know, the time that you take for each step here is very important, and you just don't get the sense of that while we're just ripping through it like this. But anyway, I'll show you as I demold it from the mold. And just a little bit of compressed air in the right spot makes a difference here. Saves you from, you know, distorting it and damaging it as you're demolding it. All right, I'm pleased with that. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.